Hello friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some more live trading, taking a look at GBP JPY, a very popular trading currency pair. A lot of day traders love this one just because it tends to move quite a lot. In fact, just to put it into reference, I'm actually risking 30 pips here on the trade, and it's just this little area, right? You would think 30 pips would be a little bit more on the 1 hour chart, but nope, because it's GJ, this thing moves like a monster. In fact, I think it has like the nickname of like the dragon currency pair. The dragon! Which is just really cool, let's be honest. But anyways, the pound yen here, I am taking it short, looking for some downside from here. Now, there is a full breakdown that's coming, so please stay tuned until the very end. What I'll do in this video, in these live videos, what I mean by live is, of course, I'm not live streaming, but this is live in the sense that these are real trades. I'm logged into my broker here, Awanda, and my goal is to share this trade, whether it is a win or a loss. I don't know what's coming next. I'm just taking my trade, my breakdowns, sharing it with you, and filming the whole thing. So I'll pause in between segments, but the main goal is to show you a real trade and why I'm taking it so that you can hopefully learn something, and hopefully I can learn something too. So with that said, let's take a look at GJ. So I am currently short here at resistance. Price is in a nice downward trend. I really wanted to be short for the last few days, but I haven't had a chance to until now. We finally see a little bit of a retracement here. So let's kind of recap. So again, big trend to the downside, right? The dominant energy of this market for the time being on the 1 hour chart at the very least is to the downside. And now I am a pullback trader, so I'm looking for opportunities to trend trade, but I've got to see a pullback first. So I couldn't short it over here, even though that would have made me money. My goal was to, again, find a pullback setup. So here's the pullback. We finally got it, right? Price started to rally here for the pound in the early session here. Starting out the week, today is when I'm filming this, it is now a Monday, but since Sunday open, it has been going right on up. So came up to a level that I really liked, which if we looked left, you can see I've got it marked in pink here. This little area where price was kind of holding it together, trying to bounce off of, trying to make a move higher, and then it failed here and came down hard. So my idea is, as it comes back to this level, I'm expecting, I don't know for sure, but my first reaction to this level is, okay, sellers are probably going to want to defend this level again, right? Big sell interest came in over here, probably going to see some similar activity around here, especially in the context of an overall downward trend. That's the basis off of the technical analysis. Now, with that said, I don't base all my trades just purely on what the chart is doing. I know that there are some traders who like to do that, which is totally fine. I'm not judging here, but for me, what I like to do is I also like to incorporate fundamental analysis into my trading. So do I believe that this pullback has opportunity to drop further? Yes, I do, because not just the chart is saying so, but also because of the fundamentals, which what I'll do is I'll pull up my trade alert that I shared with members inside of our private Discord community. So let's take a look at this. So I said I'm going short on GJ today, and what I said as we were mentioning before is that I like this little pullback to the resistance. Also the 100 SMA, which I forgot to mention. Beautiful little pullback and looking to respect that area so far. So we'll see if that can hold. So that's the technical side of my trade, but there's also a fundamental side. The fundamental side is that I'm basically continuing to bet on the yen for the time being. So as we continue to be a little bit concerned around the Omicron variant, or Omicron, I really keep forgetting which way it is. But the point is, the markets have been a little bit shaken by this whole new situation that's going on in terms of possible shutdowns, slowdowns, etc. So I basically said I'm looking to sell GBP, which is a higher risk currency, right? The pound is just a higher risk currency compared to the yen. Now, to be fair, the pound is a lower risk currency compared to the South African rand. But again, it's just the nature of which one is more safe, which one is more aggressive, etc. And when things are concerning around certain, events, we tend to see markets picking the safer route, right? They favor the currency that is considered quote unquote safer. Because nothing is safe in trading, but you get what I'm saying. If you're talking about stocks, a comparable example, if you come from trading stocks like I do, a comparable example is that, all stocks can go to zero. It's, possible for even Google and Apple, that could possibly happen someday. But the thing is, people are more willing to buy a big safe stock like Walmart or Disney at the time of making these videos, something like that, rather than a penny stock, right? That's the same concept in Forex, except we're talking about major economies. So right now, of course, the pound is still, the UK is still a strong country, but in the relative sphere of what we're looking at here, Japan is considered by markets to be a little bit more of a safe haven investment. So anyways, that's kind of my thoughts. At resistance, basically like the fundamentals to the downside for the time being until further notice. And the goal here is to try and see if we can just keep on keeping on with this trend to the downside. Now, let's address this stop loss. So I am risking here about $100 on this trade. So if price comes flying up, just absolutely through the roof, right? And we get some great news for market recovery, etc., maybe for the pound, I don't know. If that starts to happen, right, I will stop out here for $100 lost. And again, $100 lost is no big deal. I can very quickly, within a good trade or two, recover $100 in drawdown based on the size of my account and what I'm sort of risking, right? So with that said, let's talk about one last thing here before we go. Where's the take profit, Nick? Why aren't you setting a take profit here or some other level? Well, here's my thoughts. I actually like to trail my stop loss, meaning with that, I've got this stop loss in place, and I mentioned that if price goes up, I'll stop out. But if price goes down, if price is able to actually more specifically break levels like, let's see, this area here, which, to give you a price level for some of you at home who have a little bit of trouble seeing, I know these numbers can be very small. 149.5 is where we're at. At least that's where I'm looking for a serious, the trade to really become profitable. Now, of course, I will probably move stops before then. If we get a little bit away from my entry, I do like to go ahead and move that stop loss to break even. But this would be the level that we could see that would probably get me to move it into profit, right? So the first thing I do on my trade is either get stopped out or I move my stop to break even. That's pretty much every single one of my trades that I do on this account. I'm looking to move stops to break even as soon as possible, as soon as we start to clear away, which for me usually means like a 1R move, right? So this is my risking $100. So if I'm up $100, that's where I'll say, okay, yeah, go ahead and move that stop to break even. We'll either take $0 on the trade or we'll keep trailing from there. So that's kind of the idea. If we can break 1R, right, that would be where we probably move stops to break even. And if we can break support here or get down to support here, that's where I'll probably lock in about 1R on the trade. That's the plan. We'll see how it goes. Of course, with every trade I take, I share the updates inside of our Discord channel. So if you are interested in that, the best way to see all those alerts is to click the link down below in the description and sign up on our website to join us there. Use the promo code and you'll get a discount as well. So with that said, I'll pause the video and we'll come back once things get rolling here on pound yen. And now, time for a quick trade recap overview. All right, guys, and things are starting out great on GBP JPY. Price dropped like a rock, which is just what you like to see. I just sent an update to members saying that I moved my stop loss to break even just now. So in a good spot for sure. Whenever this happens, it's a great feeling. The thing about break even, right? Some people love break even, and maybe we'll see an example of it right now, but some people hate it because, there are times where you move something to break even and then just immediately price will go back up and tag you out for a stop loss. I hope I'm not speaking it into existence right now, but again, it happens very often to me, so I'm not going to be surprised if it does either. So my goal here from now until the end of this trade is to just manage the stop loss. So the entry was good. I'm very happy with where the entry was and how it played out. Now it is just a matter of managing the trade, which honestly, everyone focuses on the entry, but in my opinion, managing the trade is much more important and honestly more difficult because there's a lot of hindsight and a lot of frustration that can come from being like, oh, I should take profits right now. Because what if I take this profit and I say, ooh, if I just close this out, I'll make $110 rather than, whatever I make here, like $5, right? That's going to be, of course, a little bit frustrating to me and to anybody whose situation is that. But at the same time, there are some trades that you may see on the channel that just go like this, and then it's like, oh, I really want to take that profit. And then, you know, they drop way further. And if I had taken profit, I would have left my best trades in the dust before they just kept going on without me. So there's never a perfect way to approach it, right? There's always a shoulda, coulda, woulda, shoulda added more position size, etc., right? You know, I get those comments all the time, and you probably get those comments from yourself all the time. I should have had a bigger position size on. I should have taken profits here. I should have put my stop loss here, right? There's always that game that you can play internally with your trading. Now, like I said, my goal here from now on, sorry if you hear rustling in the background, by the way, I'm home and my little kitty cat is, she's only about like 8 months old and she's really excited. So she's running around right now. I'll see if I can get some film of her and put it in the video here. But, yeah, so anyways, 85 bucks. So again, we hit that first level of entry or interest where I could basically move that stop loss to break even. Now is just a question of whether or not it can continue and go ahead and put me into profit, like lock in a profit, or if we stop out. So that's where we're at with the trade so far. I'll pause the video, let it have a little bit more time here, and we'll go from whenever it starts moving again. Well, guys, as fast as it dropped, it actually shot right back up. So sometimes this happens, and I feel like I almost foreshadowed this in the video without meaning to. But, you know, there are times where you move something to break even, and then just immediately price will go back up and tag you out for a stop loss. I hope I'm not speaking it into existence right now, but again, it happens very often to me, so I'm not going to be surprised if it does either. But so pound yen did move in my favor. Nice little move there to the downside, and then jumped right back up. So I don't love the way this level is reacting, so I may still be looking at this thing from a short bias, but I'd like to see confirmation of further weakness before jumping into another position. I know that this was kind of a longer video just to see a break-even trade, and unfortunately, you know, the good and the bad, right? When I film these videos, I don't know what's going to happen. I film the full thing, so this will still go up on YouTube, and I hope that you can hopefully get some value out of this. You know, this happens, and it's okay. I'm not upset. It's of course, I would much rather this thing continue to drop and keep going into profit, but this happens and the markets are still there the next day, right? At the end of the day, we still can take another trade. We can find another setup, and just because this one didn't work out doesn't mean it's the end of the world. And, you know, truthfully, at least it's not a negative trade, right? It's always about perspective. If you can find a way to just turn it into a positive thing and keep chugging along, that is the only way forward. So with that said, thank you guys very much for watching. If you liked this video, hit that like button down below. And if you're new, make sure to subscribe for more free trading content. With that said, we'll see you back in the next one. What's up, guys? Thanks for watching today's video. There are more videos available on our channel here and here, so go ahead and click into that for some more free trading content. With that said, thanks for watching. We'll see you back next time.